only one, or are there summer days? One day is a total S show, and the next day is kind of like fine, talking about kid, mom, life, food, cleaning the house, just the flow of the day, right? Like some days I'm like, this is amazing. Like we've got this. It's flowing. It's in fuego. And then other days I'm just like, what is happening in my home? I actually Googled, what did I Google at the beginning of summer? Boarding schools near me. I was like, there's no way. Like what did I raise here, you know? Because of course it's always the kids' fault, right? Anyway, so I got to thinking on this topic of the most fierce and insane issues and problems and stresses and overwhelm can really, within a span of a day or a much shorter time than we think, can be totally righted. Like the boat tips over, the storm is wild, but the boat rights itself, and then it's a calm day, and you sort of realize, wow, I was so overwhelmed in the moment by this storm, by this tough parenting day. And yet, within a matter of hours or days or a day, everything's okay. I know not every problem's like that. Look, I know so many issues are long-term things and it's not, a several-hour fix. But, I had this thought as we've had the most insane thunderstorms here in Florida lately. In fact, one of them last week, my handyman was in my garage and this storm took down trees. It's funny because before I moved to Florida, I assumed that hurricanes and tropical storms were the most powerful storms, and it's really not always how it plays out. When we have a hurricane coming toward us, there's the threat of so many big, terrible things, but a lot of times these unnamed, just random summer storms are actually the most destructive. Anyway, so there was like a giant tree in my neighborhood that totally fell over, root system and all. So the root system just went like that out of the ground. It was such a crazy sight to see. So while this wild storm passed through our neighborhood, our handyman was in our garage and he said that the lightning struck right on the driveway. We weren't home. And he saw sparks in the garage. I mean, it was a wild, wicked, vicious storm. We had water damage from one of our windows that doesn't close all the way. So, eventually you will have water damage from that. And, we have a boat in the backyard, which had other damage. So anyway, craziest thing though, no matter how ferocious and wild the storm is, the next morning, the morning after these summer storms, like these summer sunrises in the morning, they are just spectacularly peaceful and calm and beautiful. And there's like an orange pink glow and the water is just totally, it's like glass, right? So what a crazy concept that last night, the storm was so crazy, my handyman said, I thought I was gonna die. He actually said that because the lightning was striking right over our home. And the next morning, it can be one of the most clear, pristine, and calm mornings ever. So I think that's true too with the stresses that we feel today. Whether it's a crazy kid day and you're just ready for school to be back in, or whether it's a really stressful work month and people just aren't buying and your clients aren't signing the deals and you are feeling that monetary stress, or whether it's a relationship that no matter what you do, and I have one of these, no matter what you do, it's just still not flowing and it's really discouraging. How wonderful to think ahead to the sunrise tomorrow and the chance for this problem to feel maybe not totally solved, but maybe a little smaller. Maybe a little less scary. Maybe you can leave open the possibility that tomorrow will actually just be so much more gorgeous and pristine and peaceful than you could have ever imagined. I hope you guys have a great day.